Hi guys, welcome to my channel Seek for Beauty. In today's video, I'll be showing you this makeup look that I have created especially for Valentine's Day. I've created for you today this amazing double wing liner. And with a red lip, I think this is the best combination for this special day. Before I show you how you can create this makeup look, don't forget to subscribe to my channel to see my new uploads every week. So I'm going to start with the eyes first and then move on to the rest of my face. So I'm going to zoom you in to see exactly how I do this eye look, and then I will zoom you out for the rest of the face. Okay, I think that's pretty fine. Excuse me for my dark circles, but that's what I have to deal with. In a couple of minutes you won't see anything. Now for this eye look, I wanted something, I didn't want to go with a black eyeliner because it's too intense and I wanted to have all the attention to the lips. So I chose some browns for this eye look, brown eyeshadows as well as brown eyeliner. But before the eyeshadow, first I'm going to start priming my under eyes. And for that I'll be using the MAC Paint Pot in Soft Ochre. To apply this on my eyelid, I'm using the Sigma Precision Round brush P82, dipping the brush into the paint pot and applying directly to my eyelid. And I want to blend this out all over the eyelid. Also to the inner corner, because I always have darkness in there. Now we're ready to move on to the eyeshadows. And first I want something, I'm going to start with the lighter shades first, because I want to create a dimension. Now I will take my Sigma E55 eye shading brush, and first I want to start with the eyeshadow inspiration. I'm placing the eyeshadow all over the crease, but I'm focusing just a little bit more to the outer corner of the crease. And then I want to blend this out, and for that I'll be using the Sigma E40 tapered blending brush and blending this out. And I also want to take just a little bit of this eyeshadow to the outer part of the eye, towards the temples. Next, I want to apply some eyeshadow to the upper lash line, and for that I think I'm going to take the E70 medium angled shading brush from Sigma, and I want to start with a lighter shade and then work with the deeper ones. So first I will start with the eyeshadow called Retro, and I want to apply the eyeshadow only on the lash line. And in the outer corner I want to create kind of a V shape, as if I was creating a wing liner. And then I want to take a little bit of the product in the inner corner as well, but just a little bit, as closer to the lash line as possible. And then I'm twisting the brush from this to this, and I'm just doing this motion to the eyeshadow so it goes just a little bit in the outer corner of my eye, and this will help create this lifted eye look. Okay, next I want to work with a more precise brush and a darker shade of eyeshadow. And I will be using the 317 wing liner brush from Zoeva. I'm taking a darker shade called Mocha, and I will be trying a wing liner. I'm using tapping motions at first. And I want to create this triangle. Now it doesn't have to be super precise because I'm going to blend this out anyways. So I'm taking this blending brush. I will try to focus in this area, so doing right left motions, because I don't want this eyeshadow to go over the lid. But I'm avoiding the outer corner. Now, because I want something just a little bit more for this Valentine's look, I want to create a double liner that will go all the way up here. So I'm taking the same dark shadow, just creating the shape where I want the eyeliner go. And I'm following the line of my crease. And I will blend this out just a little bit. And now let's move on to the eyeliner. I am using from Sigma the stunningly ladylike gel eyeliner. It's a nice brown shade. And I think I'm gonna go with my Sigma E65 small angle brush. And in the inner corner of my eye, I'm creating a super thin line. So now I'll try to create a second line over the crease, and hopefully it turns out great. Okay, not bad. Okay, so now we have a nice base with the eyeliner, and I'm going to work with some eyeshadows to make this a little bit smoked out. I'm taking my previous wing liner brush from Zoeva and a little bit of the eyeshadow Mocha, which is the darker brown that we used, and I'm trying to place it over the lower line that we just created. I want it to be a little bit more soft than a harsh line. And I'm using just a little bit on the higher line that we created on the crease. And then I'm taking the Sigma E40 brush just to blend this out a little bit. And I want to take a little bit of a warmer shade to blend the higher line that we created. And for that I will take the eyeshadow called Shook. And I'm also taking this eyeshadow a little bit in the outer corner of my eye. I'm taking a little bit of this eyeshadow called Youth, just tiniest amount, because I want this area right here to be a little bit brighter. And then blending them all together. Now moving on to the rest of my face, I will zoom you out. First I want to prime my face, and for that I will be using the Ordinary High Adherence Silicone Primer. And then moving on to foundation. For foundation I'll be using the Devil Wear from Estee Lauder in the shade 3W1 Tony. And I will be using the Real Techniques RT200 brush. Now moving on to concealer, and for concealer I'm using the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer in the shade Ginger. And I'm using the Real Techniques Miracle Sponge. So now I want to set my under eyes and the areas where I placed concealer, and for that I'm using my Laura Mercier Translucent Loose Setting Powder. So now I want to add just a little more color in the lower lash line. I will take my wing liner brush from Zoeva, and first I want to take the eyeshadow called Retro. I'm slowly tapping the brush in my lower lash line. Then I'm using the same brush and I'm taking the darker brown shade that we used earlier called Mocha. And I want to apply this eyeshadow only in the outer corner of my eye. Just like that, nice. Now I will use a white pencil in my waterline just to brighten up all this area. And I'm using just a white pencil from Essence. A very good technique is to warm the product first in your hand and then use it in your waterline. I hope you see the difference. Now moving on to eyebrows, and for my eyebrows I'm using the MAC Eyebrow Styler in the shade Spiked. You have the pencil in one side and then you also have a spoolie. So I'm starting with a spoolie first just to brush my eyebrows and remove any excess foundation or any eyeshadow. And then I'm working with the pencil. Now moving on to contour. We want to add a little extra shadowing and contouring and shape to our face. I'm taking my Real Technique sculpting brush and I will be using my Revolution blush palette, this shade right here. And then I'm blending upwards. All over the hairline, of course, and a little bit on the nose. I'm also using my sponge to blend this. Now moving on to blush, and for blush I'm using the Real Techniques Artsy 400, and I'm taking my favorite blush, Life's a Peach from L'Oreal. Such a beautiful peachy shade. I love this one. And since I'm going for a little bit more glam for this makeup look, I will also use this shade right here from the Makeup Revolution palette with the same brush. I want to add just a little bit extra glam and highlight and shine. Now moving on to highlighter, and from the same palette I'll be using this beautiful highlighter over here, and I'm using my brush from Real Techniques, the Artsy 402. A little bit over here, and then of course on my nose and the tip of my nose. A little bit on my brow bone. I also want to create a line in the inner corner of my eyes, so I will be taking the gel eyeliner from Sigma that I used earlier, and I'm also taking the same brush that I was using from Sigma, the E65, to create just a tiny teeny triangle in the inner corner of my eyes. Just like that, to create this Foxy cat eye look. Before mascara, I will use my setting spray just to set all this in place. I'm using Fix Plus Coconut from MAC. I'm waiting a little bit for this to dry, and then I will move on with mascara and lips. I'll be using from MAC the 3D Extreme Dimension Mascara. Mascara is on, and moving on to the lips. We're creating a makeup look for Valentines, and what kind of Valentine's makeup look would it be without red lips? So I just went and got the MAC Powder Kiss Liquid Lip Color in the shade 987 MAC Smash. It's a lovely deep red color. I also got a red lip liner from Catrice. It's called Plum Pink Lip Liner. I will use this one just to overline my lips just a little bit. This lip liner is amazing, so soft. And now moving on to my favorite product of this makeup look, which is the MAC Powder Kiss Lip Color. Not only this color is super amazing, but it feels so soft and it feels like you're wearing a lip balm. It's amazing. And the color, I think it's great. Let me know in the comments below if you have tried the MAC Powder Kiss Liquid Lip Color, and if so, which shade did you choose? And this is the final look. I really hope you liked it. I think it's amazing for Valentine's Day, and especially with the red lips. I think this is something that you should really try on this special day. I really hope you liked this tutorial, and if you did, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to my channel to see all my new uploads every week. Thank you all so much for watching and see you in my next video.